Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will start exercise 6.3 of class 8th maths. In the previous videos we studied about the square of the number, but in this video we will study about the square root of the number. So let us write the definition of the square root. Let there are two numbers m and n. There are two natural numbers m and n such that m square is equal to n. So there are two numbers m and n and square of m is equal to n. Then we say that m is the square root of n. So if there are two numbers m and n such that m square is equal to n, square of any number is equal to some another number, then this number m is called the square root of this number n. For example, we know that 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is equal to 4, 3 square is equal to 9, 4 square equal to 16 and 5 square is equal to 25. So in this way we can write the squares of these numbers. So now here we can see that square of 1 is equal to 1. So by definition here m will be 1 and n is also 1. So we can say that 1 is the square root of the 1. Here we can see that 2 square is equal to 4. So we can say that 2 is the square root of 4. Here 3 square is equal to 9. So we can say that 3 is the square root of 9. Similarly 4 is the square root of 16 and 5 is the square root of 25. Or we can say that 1 is square of 1, 4 is square of 2, or in the reverse order we can say that 2 is the square root of 4. So if we want to write the square root, so how we write? The symbol used here is this. This bracket like symbol is the symbol for the square root. So square root of 1 is equal to 1. We write in this form. Square root of 4. What is the square root of 4? That is 2. Similarly, square root of 9 is equal to 3. Square root of 16 is equal to 4. So in this way we can calculate the square root of any number. So by definition is m square is equal to n, that is square of some number is equal to another number, then this m is the square root of this number n. So let us study some properties by taking examples. First write this definition and these examples. So we have studied about the squares, how to calculate the squares of any number. So here we can see that 1 square is equal to 1. So in the form of square root, how we will write? Square root of 1 is equal to 1. Here square root of 4 is equal to 2. Here 3 square is equal to 9. So square root of 9 is equal to 3. This is just the opposite of the square. Square of 4 is equal to 16, so square root of 16 is equal to 4. And here square root of 25 is equal to 5. Similarly here 6 square is equal to 36, so square root of 36 is equal to 6. Square root of 49 is equal to 7. Square root of 64 is equal to 8. Square root of 81 is equal to 9. And square root of 100 is equal to 10. So in this form we can calculate the square root of any number. If m square is equal to n, then m is the square root of n. And these are some examples how to calculate the square root of these numbers. Now let us see question number 1 of exercise 6.3. What could be the possible ones digit of the square root of each of the following? We are given 4 numbers here and we have to tell what are the possible unit digits of the square roots of these 4 numbers. In the previous exercise we find the unit digit of the square of any number, but here we have to find the unit digit of the square root of this number. So here see, the number, first number is given 9801. So what we have to do, we have to check the unit place here. The unit digit is 1. So in these examples, see, whenever the unit digit is 1 of the perfect square, so what are the possible unit digit of the its square root? So let us see example here. First example is 1. So when the unit digit is 1, the unit digit of square is also 1. And here example is 81. In 81 the unit digit is 1, but the unit place in the square root is 9. So there are two cases in which the unit place of the square is 1. That is, unit digit is 1 and here the unit digit is 9. So whenever the unit digit of the perfect square is 1, so there are two cases. The unit digit of its square root can be either 1 or it can be either 9. So we have find two possible cases, 1 or 9. So if the unit place is 1 in the perfect square, then the unit digit in its square root will be either 1 or 9. Next is 99856. So here the unit place is 6. So we have to check in these examples where the unit place is 6 in the perfect square. So here the unit place is 6 in 16 and the square root, the unit place in its square root is 4. Here 36. In here the unit place is 6 and also the unit digit in its square root is also 6. So for unit place 6, there are two values which can be possible answers in the square root, that is 4 or 6. So if the unit place is 6 in the perfect square, then the unit digit in its square root will be either 4 or it will be 6. Next is 99801. Here also the unit place is 1. So this is same example as number 1. So whenever the unit place is 1 in the perfect square, the answer will be 1 or 9. So the unit place of its square root will be either 1 or it will be 9. Last is 657660025. So here the unit place is 5. So check for unit place 5, what is the unit place of its square root. So this is the example here, 25. In 25 the unit place is 5 and the square root is 5, that is unit place is also 5 here. So here there is only one possible case, that is 5. So in this way we can find the unit place of the square roots of any number. So this was the first question. So now we will do question number 2. What is question number 2 here? Without doing any calculation, find the numbers which are surely not perfect squares. So we are given 4 numbers and without doing any calculation we have to tell out of these 4 numbers which are not perfect squares. So in the previous video we studied that none of the perfect squares end with digit 2, 3, 7 and 8. So whenever the unit place in the perfect square is 2, 3, 7 and 8, then those numbers cannot be perfect squares. So if the unit place is 2, 3, 7 and 8 in the given number, then we can directly say that these numbers cannot be perfect squares. So here also we will check the unit place. The first number is 153. In 153 the unit place is 3 and we know that none of the perfect squares end with digit 2, 3, 7 and 8 and here the unit place is 3. So because units digit is 3, the unit place here is 3, so it cannot be perfect square. Right? The second number is 257. So here the unit place is again 7 and we know that none of the perfect square end with 2, 3, 7 and 8. So here because unit digit is 7, so it cannot be perfect square. Clear? In the third example, the unit place is 8. Number is 408 and the unit place is 8 here. So because unit digit is 8, so it cannot be perfect square. Clear? And the last example is 441. Here the unit place is 1. And whenever the unit place is 1, it can or it cannot be a perfect square. And we know that 441 is equal to 21 square. 21 square is 441. So this 441 is perfect square. So whenever a number is square of some another number, then that number is called perfect square. So this was question number 2. By looking at only the units place, we can tell whether it can be a perfect square or not. So now question number 3. Find square root of 100 and 169 by method of repeated subtraction. So what is the method of repeated subtraction? In the first video, we studied about the subtraction of the odd numbers, and whenever we subtract odd numbers from starting, and if the answer is 0 at the last, then that number is a perfect square. Otherwise, that number is not a perfect square. So we will do that method here. So first is 100. So we will keep subtracting the odd numbers from the start. So first odd number is 1. So 100 minus 1 is 99. Next odd number is 3. So 99 minus 3 is 96. And in this way, we will keep on subtracting the odd numbers. So next 96 minus 5, 91. 91 minus 7, 84. 84 minus 9 is 75. Next 75 minus 11 is 64. 64 minus 13 is 51. 51 minus 15 is 36. 36 minus 17 is 19. And last 19 minus 19 is 0. So when we will subtract the odd numbers in this way, the last answer is 0. And we know that whenever the answer is 0, then the given number is a perfect square. So 100 is a perfect square, and we know that 100 is equal to 10 square. So now to find the square root of 100, what we have to do, we will count the number of steps here. The number of steps here will be equal to the square root of the number. So let us count the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in the 10 steps, we finally found the answer 0. So the square root of 100 will be 10. So if this method, by this method we can calculate the square root, and square root of the given number is equal to the number of steps to get answer 0. So finally, if we find the answer 0, then the given number is a perfect square, and if it is a perfect square, then we can calculate the square root of that number, and square root of that number is equal to the number of steps to get the answer 0. Simply we have to count the number of steps in the given question. So this was the method by repeated subtraction. Now we will calculate the square root of 169 by same method. So second part is 169. We will do the same method here. So first is 169 minus 1, that is 168. 168 minus 3, 165. 165 minus 5, 160. 160 minus 7, 153. 153 minus 9, 144. 144 minus 11, 133. 133 minus 13, that is 120. So what we are doing, we are subtracting the odd numbers from the starting. So 120 minus 15, 105. 105 minus 17 is 88. 88 minus 19 is 69. 69 minus 21 is 48. 48 minus 23 is 25, and at last 25 minus 25 is equal to 0. So finally we find the answer 0. That means 169 is a perfect square, and we can calculate the square root of 169. So what we have to do, we will count the number of steps here. So count the number of steps: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So in 13 steps, we finally found the answer 0. So therefore, root 169 is equal to 13. So the square root of any number, if it is a perfect square, then it is equal to the number of steps to find the answer 0 according to this method of repeated subtraction. So this was the question number 3. Now we will move to the question number 4. Now question number 4. Find the square root of following numbers by prime factorization method. So we all have studied about the prime factorization in previous classes. What is prime factorization? Writing any number as the product of prime numbers is called prime factorization. So one method we have already discussed, that is repeated subtraction method. So next method is prime factorization method, and by this method we will calculate the square root of the number. So first of all, the first number is 721. First step is to find the prime factorization of 729. So find the prime factorization of 729. Since it is an odd number, so the first factor cannot be 2. The first factor will be 3. So on dividing 729 by 3, the remainder will be, the next answer will be 243, and remainder will be 0. On dividing again 243 by 3, the quotient will be 81. Again 81 by 3 is 27. 27 by 3 is 9. Here 3. So this is the prime factorization of 729. So 729 can be written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 729 can be written as 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3, that is 6 times 3. So now what we have to do, we will have to calculate the square root. So we will put the square root sign here on 729 and here also, because 729 is equal to multiplication of 3 6 times. So next step, first step is to find the prime factorization and write in this form. We will put the square root sign on both the sides, and after that the next step is to form the pairs of the same numbers. So here all the digits are 3. So we will start making pairs of 3. So here we can put the first pair. This is the first pair of first two 3's. This is the second pair, and this is the third pair. So now we can see that all the digits, that is all the numbers, are included in the pairs. No digit is left behind. There were 6 3's, and corresponding to that there are 3 pairs of 3. So in these pairs, from each pair one number will be taken out of this root sign. So here 3 into 3, so 1 3 is taken out of the root. From this pair there are 2 3, so 1 3 will be taken out, and from this pair 1 3 is also taken out. So the number of 3's here will be equal to the number of pairs formed. So here there are 3 pairs, so we will write 3 times 3 here, and this square root sign will be removed. So this square root sign indicates that from each pair we have to take one number outside the square root. So there were 3 pairs, so corresponding to that there are 3 3's here. So now we will multiply this. 3 into 3 9, 9 is into 3 is 27. So this is the required answer. This is the square root of 729. So I will repeat the steps. First step is to find the prime factorization of the given number. So this is the prime factorization. Then 729 can be written as the product of 3 6 times. To find the square root, we will put the square root sign on both the sides, and we will form pairs of the same digits. So here all the digits are 3, so there is no any difficulty to find the pairs. So corresponding to 6 3's, there will be 3 pairs, and from each pair one digit will be taken out from the root. So number of pairs is 3, so there will be 3 3's in multiplication. So finally we will multiply the given numbers. So 3 into 3 into 3 is 27, which is the required answer. So in this form we can calculate the square root of any number by prime factorization method. So this is the prime factorization method. Now we will move to the second part. The second part is 400. Second part is 400. So now we will calculate the square root of 400. So first step is to find the prime factorization of 400. So this is 2, answer will be 200 here. This is 100, 50, 25, 5 and 5 here. So this is the prime factorization of 400. So 400 can be written as 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 multiply 2 by 5 into 5. So this is the prime factorization. Next step is to put the square root of sign on both sides. So we have put square root sign, and we will start making pairs of the similar numbers. So from first to the first pair will be formed. This is the first pair, this is the second pair of 2, and last pair is of 5. From each pair one number will be taken out from the root. So from this pair 1 2 will be taken out. From this root pair 1 2 will be taken out, and from this pair 1 5 will be taken out. So the square root sign will be removed, and this will be our required answer. 2 into 2 4, 4 into 5 20. So 20 is the square root of 400. So this is the way to find the square root by prime factorization method. Next part is 1764. So we will do the prime factorization of 1764. So here there will be 2. The answer will be 882. 2 441. Here answer will be 3. 143. 349, 7 7 and 7. So this is the prime factorization of 1764. So 1764 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. So next step is to put the square root of sign on both sides, and we have to form the pairs now. So first pair is 2, second is the pair of 3, and third is the pair of 7. And from each pair one number will be taken out. So from this pair 2 will be taken out, from this pair 3 will be taken out, and from this pair 7 will be taken out. So last we have to multiply this. So 2 into 3 6, 6 into 7 42. So square root of 1764 is 42. So these are the first 3 parts. Now I will do 2 more parts of this question, and rest 5 parts will be the homework for you all. So next part we will do is 8100. Before that, let us see part number 4, which is 4096. So we will find the prime factorization of 4096. So here there will be 2. Here it is 2048 here. So 21024 512 256 128. So now 128 can be written as 64. This is 8. Sorry, 32. This is 16. 8 4 2 2 1. So this is the prime factorization of 4096. Now we will write 4096 as product of these numbers. So calculate the number of 2's here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. 3 4 5 7 8 9 10 11 12. So 12 2's are here. So next step is to put the square root of sign on both sides. Now we will form pairs here. So now there are 12 2's here. So corresponding to that 6 pairs will be formed. So from 6 pairs 6 2's will be taken out. So 2 into 2 into 2. So now we have to multiply this. 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 to the 16, 16 to the 32, 32 into 2 64. So 64 is the required answer, that is square root of 4096 is equal to 64. Now at last I will discuss the 10th part, that is 8100. So this is the 10th part, that is 8100, and the prime factorization of 8100 is this. So 8100 can be written as 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5. So this is the prime factorization of 8100. Now what we have to do, we will put the square root of sign on both sides. After that we have to make pairs. So first pair is of 2, next is of 3, then again 3, and last is pair of 5. From each pair one number will be taken out. So from here 2 will be taken out, here 3, again 3, and last is 5. So last step is to multiply this. 2 into 3 6, 6 into 3 18, 18 into 5 90. So square root of 8100 is 90. So these are the first 4 questions. In the next video we will discuss the rest of the exercise, and the remaining 5 parts are the homework for you. So I will see you in the next video. Till then, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.